Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am Anna and today we're going to do a little quick rapid review going through some things that I have been using and testing out and give you my firm opinion on them. Some of these you may have seen in first impressions and vlogs and tutorials here and there. Maybe there's a firm review, maybe I did a wear test, maybe I did a review and just want to reiterate that opinion, or I have something to update you about, what have you. We're going through some products that I've been using. So let's go ahead and get to it. I'm a little scattered and just today, so bear with me. We'll try to get through this and be coherent. Okay, first thing I want to talk about is from Bumble, and that is the Thickening Dry Spun Texture Spray. This is probably the best texture spray I've used. I have not found anything comparable at the drugstore or high-end. This one works really well. And I'm almost out and I'm very sad. This is good. This is really good. Instant volume, texture, fullness. I love it on days when I've done my hair in its natural curly texture. Throw a little bit of this in there. Big, voluminous, fun hair. Love it. Absolutely love it. Unhinged hair. 90s floofy Carrie Bradshaw hair. Yes. So I'm quite the fan of this dry spun spray. It does come in at $37? What? Girl, are you for real? $37? I'm sorry, I just now saw the price for this. I cannot. I'm sorry. I can't recommend a texture spray for $37. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Because this is gone in no time. Sorry. As much as I like it, that price is stupid. That's too much. That is too much for a tiny can of spray. This is the 3.6 ounce, $30, and they have a larger one, $53 for a texture spray. So you know what? I'm gonna keep hunting at the drugstore. I'm gonna keep hunting and find a dupe of this because that is way too expensive. It's so good, and that makes me very angry. And I love Bumble. For the most part, I have really enjoyed a lot of their products. But for something that I'm going to burn through really quickly, like a texture spray, I cannot justify that price point. Nope. The shampoos, treatment products, things like that, it takes me forever to get through. That's one thing. But something like this, no. The price makes me angry. I was about to be like, order some more. No, I'm not. I'm just not. Not even with a Cyber Monday sale that I'm looking at right now. So that being said, wonderful, outstanding texture spray. Ridiculous price for it. It just, I can't with something like this spend that much. But it does work really well. Sorry, that was just that was a bit of a shock. I didn't expect it to cost that much. I was thinking be, 20 something dollars. I was thinking, okay, probably be under $30. Not 37. No. It's a shame because it does make your hair so thick and full and floofy, but I cannot recommend any type of hairspray like that for that price point. Something I'm going to use that quickly. This was gone in almost a month, so. Alright, and next up, jumping over to makeup, we have from MAC the Strobe Beam Liquid Blushes. I have two shades. I have got Good Vibes and Apricot Jelly. These are so very pretty shades, really cool, kind of unique shades. These come in kind of a variety of looks and like finishes. These two in particular that I have a very subtle, almost non-existent glow to them, but they do have some that have a bit more of a highlighter kind of color to them. Like they have a gold one that's a bit more shimmery. Yeah, some of them are described as iridescent. Some of them almost look like they could work as a little bit of a bronzer type of product. Like they have kind of a variety of finishes within here. The one that I have Apricot jelly is described as a bright orange with gold pearl. The gold pearl is so subtle in it that it's not like in your face metallic, which makes it very flattering. And it is such a vibrant, beautiful, like summery, sunset, orangey color. I mean, so pretty, so pretty. And that to me is the selling point of this in particular is the shades. They are gorgeous with apricot jelly and good vibes. Good vibes is just a really, really pretty kind of jam color. Very jam-like type of color. It has a slight glow to it as well. Yeah. How pretty is that? Let me see if I can find that one. I can tell you what it is described as. So this is described as a deep fuchsia with multi-pearl. And I don't know if you can see, like, the metallic in it is very, very subtle. So it's not going to, like, emphasize a whole lot of texture or anything. These are very, I would say, consistent with every other liquid blush on the market formulation-wise. You have a decent amount of playtime with them, pigmentation and all of that. They're very comparable to, say, the ones from like Maybelline or L'Oreal. They're pretty comparable to those. The price point is, again, I'm going to fuss about the price point on these. These come in at $30 a piece. I think that you could most likely dupe these at the drugstore unless you're just an absolute like MAC fan. And they have a color that is incredibly unique. I would just say look for shades similar at the drugstore. The formulation's not anything that is unique and special that warrants $30. That being said, they're pretty. They perform well. They do all the things you want them to do for liquid blush. They're very pretty. But yeah, you could definitely find something pretty comparable from like the Sun Kisser range from Maybelline or the Lumi liquid blushes from L'Oreal. Elf has got really good ones. The formulation is very comparable to all of those. So you don't need to break the bank on some liquid blushes. But if we're just going to talk solely on these alone, not comparing them to anything, they are really, really nice. And you're not factoring in just the price point and that they can be duped. They're very nice if you're a fan of MAC. I don't think you'll be disappointed in these. They're a lovely liquid blush. And again, it's a really cool shade range, like some really unique shades in there. But at the same time, L'Oreal Maybelline's got some kind of weird, unique shades in there. I don't think there's a need to run out and buy these, like, you know, the coolest, most innovative liquid blush on the market. They're not. They really aren't. They're pretty standard. I don't mean that as a bad thing either. They perform beautifully. Liquid blushes are very accessible these days that you don't have to buy exclusively from a high-end brand, and you could find alternatives to these, but I think they are lovely and they're pretty and I enjoyed playing with them. $30 is a little steep for a single liquid blush. I don't love that. Don't love that price point. When you could get, you know, something from the drugstore that's going to perform just as well. Now, speaking of liquid blushes, let's talk about this one from Maybelline from the Sun Kisser range. They came out with some matte ones a while back, and this is the shade Pink Mirage, which is more of a coral than it is, say, a pink. But they came out with a selection of matte ones, and they came out with some of the most beautiful, interesting, kind of off the beaten path shade ranges, colors for this line that I think are really worth checking out because they have some really fun shades and beautiful, not your typical colors that you see at the drugstore. Like, they have got something that is even richer and more jam-like than this one. And they are a beautiful matte cloud-like finish, very airbrush looking on the face. They're very unique colors, really unique. They're kind of hard to find. I found mine at Target. So, like, I don't see them on Ulta or Walmart really or anywhere else. I've only seen them at Target. Okay, I think, yeah, they have them on Maybelline's website. So they've divided them into like a matte and glow category, which, yeah, I think you could probably find a dupe for the MAC ones in this range. But yeah, the shades in the matte formulation are so cool looking. Like, they have a gorgeous matte lilac. e.l.f. also has a really pretty lilac shade. They've got this gorgeous, super rich, deep berry that is so unique and gorgeous and just whoa. And then like a true like red color. These are very fun shades. Let's see. Yeah, Target, I think, is the only place that shows that they are available. And they are going to come in at $9.99 regular price. Sometimes there'll be a sale and you can get them down to like $7.49, so it's showing right now. But yeah, $10 for one of these for about the same amount of product I think that you're getting in one of these. $30, $10. You could get 3 of these for one of these. Just saying. And don't forget sales. Sales happen, buy one, get ones happen with Maybelline all the time. And I really like the glowier ones from this range also. They have one that is the most beautiful, soft, angelic purple tone, like lilac, that's in the glow range. But they also have one now in the matte range, which I might have to go look for because it's very pretty. So yeah, these are just a gorgeous, hazy, soft focus effect on the cheeks. So pretty. So very pretty formulation-wise. I think these are wonderful. 10 out of 10 on those. I got a few complexion products I want to talk about real quick. Let's start with the foundation. This is from Anastasia of Beverly Hills. This is the Impeccable Foundation. Look at this. The packaging is so beautiful. This glass, so luxe. So nice feeling in the hand. Like, this is a very luxurious feeling product. And very well formulated. A satin leaning more matte buildable coverage type of foundation, very glam type of product. It looks so very flawless on the skin and soft focus and so pretty, has really good wear time. Drier skin types I think can pull this one off, as well as oilier skin types. It's done great for me no matter what's going on my skin. It's one that I can go to and kind of trust. It's not going to let me down. It performs beautifully and holds up throughout the day really well. It's a good one. It's a really, really beautiful formulation. And it has this very smoothing, kind of soft focus quality to it that it just kind of airbrushes away pores and fine lines and imperfections. And the coverage level is very adjustable. It has a decent shade range. This foundation does come in at $49. But I think it is a very beautifully performing foundation. It's really nice. I think maybe the closest thing at the drugstore would be the Soft Glam foundation from e.l.f. actually. They're not too terribly dissimilar on the skin. They kind of have that satin skin-like look that can lean a little bit more matte. Has that really good versatility to it where you can make it a little more glowy, a little more matte depending what you do with it. This is one of those very versatile types of foundations. Coverage level, out of this world. But yeah, now I'm thinking about it, it is pretty comparable to the Soft Glam foundation from e.l.f. if you were looking for something that would kind of dupe the vibe. But I do think this is a beautiful foundation. I love it. And I know it's $50 basically. It's $49. But foundations to me, it doesn't bother me as much to spend a high-end price point on a foundation, like around $50. I'm not talking like luxury prices or anything, but like around the $50 price point I can handle with a foundation because it takes me so long to use them up. They're investments for me, whereas something like this that's coming at $39, it's gone in a month. Absolutely not. I don't have that kind of money to burn. But this foundation I'm going to be using until it probably expires. But yeah, I think this is, to me, a little bit more worth the investment because it is very beautiful and wears really well. And it's going to take me a lot longer to use it up than it would than a hairspray will. So yeah, I don't really mind spending the high-end price point for a foundation. And it's not like I buy every single high-end foundation that comes out. I have bought like 2 in recent years. I am usually a drugstore girl when it comes to foundations and complexion products because the drugstore really does do a wonderful job on that. But every now and then, there's a high-end one that is just chef's kiss good. You know, I think it is a wonderful, wonderful foundation. If you want to invest in one, this is one that I don't think is going to be disappointing. It is pretty impeccable looking on the skin. Like it's in the top 5 for me. And this is also gluten-free, mineral oil-free, talc-free, sulfate-free, paraben-free, fragrance-free, phthalate-free. So that's pretty cool. And it has some skincare within. And yeah, I think it's a good one. It's a good one and worth the price point. Next up, jumping over to the drugstore, or back to the drugstore rather, we're going to talk about Revolution Beauty and their Skin Silk Concealer Under Eye Brightener situation. This is I think, supposed to be duping Rare Beauty, but I think this might have a little more coverage to it than the Rare Beauty one does. It's only 6 shades, but it looks pretty comprehensive within those 6 shades, if you will. Like it runs fairly deep. But this is a more sheer product. This is more for the brightening effect type of things rather than full-on coverage. It's something you could layer up with another concealer or a more full coverage foundation. Like today I'm wearing this by itself, but I'm wearing it with a foundation that's fairly full coverage. So it works pretty well with it. It of course works pretty well with the Skin Silk foundation, which is one of the best ones at the drugstore. This has that metal applicator thing going on, which feels really, really nice on the under eye, especially in the morning when you're just going, ugh. It's very refreshing. The downside is you don't get a lot of product off of it. I have the lightest shade, which it brightens really well on me, and it doesn't look heavy. It's a very, very thin formulation. It does have a medium-ish coverage. Like you can build and get some coverage from it. But if you're somebody who needs coverage, like kind of Shape Tape level coverage on the under eye and around the face, this is not going to be the one to go for. You could treat this more in a corrector capacity. But if you're looking for like actual like full coverage, no, this isn't the one. I would actually recommend the IRL Filter Concealer for that. That is a beautiful concealer that has really nice coverage level from Revolution Beauty. This one is going to be your more effortless clean girl or color correcting brightening formulation. Very much like the Rare Beauty one. This comes in at $11. So it's a really nice price point, and it is a drugstore brand. They do run sales on these at Ulta, Target. I did get mine at Target, in fact. Wherever Revolution Beauty sold, you can usually get some sort of a sale or something, or a cheaper price point. It is cruelty-free, and it says it is a weightless product enriched with skin-loving ingredients to hydrate and revive the under eyes. It's suitable for sensitive skin, fragrance-free, sheer, weightless, buildable coverage. So you do kind of have to build a little bit, but it does work pretty well. It's got hyaluronic acid, caffeine, squalane. So yeah, nice ingredients in here. And I do think it works pretty well, especially if you're pairing it up with something a little more full coverage. It can really do a good job of brightening. And treating it in a corrector capacity is going to work beautifully for that if you're somebody who really does need an additional corrector or brightener type of product. This one's so thin. It does a great job for that. I don't have a lot of darkness on my under eyes, like pigmentation. It's actually is okay for me. I have more just like shadowiness just from actual like shadows from just like bone structure. But I don't have actual like darkness under there too much. I have a little redness and stuff and a little bit of purple, and this covers it perfectly for me. But yeah, if you were somebody who needs a more full coverage concealer, that is definitely not really, this is not going to be your one and done. Then you would have to probably pair it up with something with more coverage if you wanted to, or just truly treat this as a brightening product. So there's that. And I enjoy it though. I like it. It does well on me, especially on days when I don't need or want a whole lot going on. It's really nice on those days. All right, and next up, let's jump over to e.l.f. with their Halo Glow Powder Filter Pressed Powder. Why is that name so long? This is going to come in at $15. e.l.f. girl, what? Why? Why is this $15? I can't understand the price point on some of the stuff from e.l.f. Like, they're so all over the place. Like, they'll come out with something that's almost $20 now, and then they'll have something that's like $8. Like, what is that? Why? Why? So this is a bit of a pricier powder for e.l.f. And it's a nice powder. I don't think it really mattifies that much. It does offer a little coverage, but I don't think it gives like great longevity to your makeup. But it can look really pretty on the skin because it's not flat matte. And it's a fairly okay shade range. We got 12 shade options. I think I have the lightest shade. But yeah, I don't find this to have like crazy setting capacity. Like, I don't know, it doesn't really lock in the makeup that well to me. It does offer a little bit of coverage though, which is nice when I need a little oomph. And it can kind of take down a glow on something that's like very glowy, but this is not going to be like a super duper mattifying powder because, I mean, it's obviously Halo Glow powder. It has a nice soft kind of skin-like radiance to it. It's not glittery, it's not glowy, it's not metallic or anything like that. It doesn't have shimmer in it, but it has kind of a light reflecting quality to it. It's not mattifying, if that makes sense. This is going to be great for people with drier skin types that don't have to worry about needing their makeup to be set down for all day like this oily little face does. But it will give a little boost of coverage there, and it looks really pretty on the skin. It does give a nice kind of finish. It can be very pretty over very like a super matte foundation. If you wanted something that could kind of take down that matte look, it can be really good for that as well. I wouldn't say it's quite as glowy as, say, Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. It's more just like very just skin-like glow to it. Like, it looks indistinguishable on my hand. Like, the shine from my natural skin, I can't see it. It's very natural looking, and that's nice. But it's not going to be one if you're looking for something to like lock your makeup in. Just warning you, it's not going to be this one. This one's going to give you more of a nice glowy, very natural skin-like finish. And I don't think it really helps a ton with longevity, but it is pretty for when you're like done with your makeup, but you've like need something, kind of a finishing powder step. It's really nice for that, but not for the one doing the heavy lifting. It says it's reduces the look of shine, naturally soft focus vibe. Yeah, very natural. Lightest air pressed powder. It is very light and very, very silky. It has a wonderful texture to it. And it does claim to be buildable coverage with no caking, increased resistance. And crease resistant, I would agree. And it does have a coverage to it, which is really nice. It pairs beautifully with like their Halo Glow products. Like, if you put it with this, they do work together very well and are going to give you a beautifully glowy, healthy complexion. But yeah, $15 for e.l.f. I feel like the stuff in the Halo Glow range tends to run a little bit on the higher end of pricing. Like, the powder is a little bit higher, the foundation, like the skin tint is, the flawless filter dupe kind of is. Like, yeah, they're a little pricey on that stuff. So I would recommend, again, looking for a sale if you're going to pick up anything from the Halo Glow range. Wait for a buy one, get one, or some kind of discount at the drugstore. Go to Walmart and get it. Don't pay full price because you don't have to. But it's not a bad powder. I think it's actually quite nice and has a use and a function. But just don't go in thinking you're going to like lock your makeup in and set it down and be mad with it. It is definitely more of a natural finish. Very good for like that kind of clean girl look. And just an effortless, no makeup kind of vibe to it. It has that down. Now, for a powder that is going to do some hard work, heavy lifting, lock your makeup in, and wear till the cows come home, you want something like that? This right here from WetnWild. This is the WetnWild Photo Focus Loose Setting Powder. In the pink. The pink is awesome. It is such a beautiful, light, soft, brightening pink that is just, I very much love it. I've always liked the Photo Focus powder, loose powder. The translucent and the banana were both, obviously the banana was, but the translucent one was also too yellow and kind of darkened my under eye, where this one brightens it up so nicely. And look, this will lock your makeup in. I use it all in the T-zone. And look, days that I use this, I have incredible wear time. It can make some of the not so good foundations that maybe don't last the longest, it can save your butt on those days and make those less impressive wear time foundations really stick around and do a lot of the heavy lifting right here for you. Whereas like this one from Maybelline, this Super Stay foundation does not wear good on me at all. I don't know why it doesn't. It should. It claims to be long wear. It does not. It is gone in like no time and looking like crap. If I pair it with this, it's not too dang bad. I have a pretty good makeup day. It can kind of make it work for me. So not only does this lock your makeup in all day, it's lightweight, thin, blurring, so perfecting, brightening, and all the things that you want from a loose powder. It's only $6.64. $6.64 at Walmart. And you get a ton of product. This thing is huge. Look at this. I did a whole roundup of pink powders, and this is the number one. Out of all the ones I've tried, this is the number one, closely followed by the L'Oreal Blurfection. And the only reason it's not number one is because you get half the amount of product and the price point. This one ticks all the boxes, performs like an absolute dream, and it's so good. It is so very good. I can't say enough good things about this powder. If you're looking for a brightening pink powder, try this one. Try this one. $6, and your skin is going to look so flawless and smooth and perfected, and it's not heavy, it's not cakey, it's not going to look chalky on the skin either. It is truly like high-end good. They knocked it out of the park on this one. Okay, jumping over to lips, let's talk about some Milani lip products because they sent me a bunch. First up, let's talk about the Fruit Fetish lip oils. They have so many, I would call them more flavors, I guess. Some have color, some are a little bit more sheer. They have got a ton. They come in at $12.99, but again, drugstore, you can get them cheaper and on sale. 12, 13, 14 shades. And they also come out with like limited edition shades all the time too. So yeah, these are wonderful. They have the best flavors. Kind of unique flavors too, and colors. So they have candy apple that truly tastes like candy apple. Hot cocoa. Oof, I love that one. Mulled wine is wonderful. It really is. That was a limited edition one for the fall season. They have pumpkin spice, of course, but they also have some really lovely year-round colorways and flavors like black cherry vanilla, cranberry currant, raspberry peach, blackberry agave, which I have. What do I have right here? This is lychee nectar. This one, how pretty is that? And this one has a little bit more opacity to them. They're all a little bit different as far as that goes. Like some may have a little more color to them. Some have some shine in them. They have Luminoso in this range also now. So this one has a little bit more color to it. But they're still relatively sheer. That smells so good. So good. I gotta put some on. I love this formula. Like, I've tried a lot of lip oils, and I still think these might be like just the overall like enjoyable one with flavor, feel in the lips, colors, all of that. I'm partial to the Fruit Fetish ones from Milani. Do you guys want to see a lip oil roundup? Because girl, I've got one from almost every brand. We could do that. We should do that, in fact. But yeah, these are beautiful. I love the formulation of these. They are so So nourishing, so hydrating. They're not thick, they're not heavy. They taste awesome. And yeah, if you don't like flavor though, and are sensitive to that, you're not gonna like these. Anyway, they are cruelty-free, vegan, made in the USA. They have vitamin E, fruit extracts, custom oil blends combine fruit extracts and vitamin E to nourish and hydrate lips. So they're all going to be a little bit different with their fruit extract and their flavor and all that. So that's pretty cool. And I haven't met one that I disliked yet. Let's put it that way. And I just think they make the lips feel amazing. They feel so good. And yeah, the flavor, all of it, they kind of just, they're really nice experience to use and very, very nourishing on the lips as well. So I very much enjoy the lip oils from Milani, the Fruit Fetish lip oils. Those are quite nice. And then we have the Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper. And this comes in around $11.99. Again, a bunch of shades. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, about 11 shades. Depending where you shop, there'll be different shades sometimes. And they have it like in all, you know, they also carry this one in the classic Luminoso shade. The one I'm holding right now is Rosewood, and it's what I had on earlier. And these are plumping in that minty kind of way. They're not stingy or burny. They just have more of that mint cooling freshness to them that's going to do the plumping. And they come in some really pretty colorways. Some are a little bit more opaque than others. Some are a little more glowy, a little more shimmery. I think I have a whole swatch video of these, in fact. I'll link over here. And yeah, so that's what you're going to get with that. They are nice formulation. They're thick on the lips, but they're not sticky. They wear a good amount of time and they're pretty comfortable. And yeah, I think they're quite nice and a really good lip plumper option at the drugstore if you don't like things that are stinging or burning or tingly. You just like that more cooling and minty sensation. This is the one to go for, and they have some really, really beautiful shades. And then if you like something that is very plumping and very stingy, hardcore, gonna plump the lips and you're gonna feel it, there is the Keep It Full Max Lip Plumper. And these come in at $11.99 as well. Is that correct? Did I click the right one? Yes. And we have 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10 shades here listed. These are more opaque color-wise, like they're more like full color opacity. They have a very strong tingle sensation, like they are not playing around with their plump. Let's see. Yeah, high impact color, serious shine, visibly plumps the lips. Yeah, they do. This one I'm holding right now is called First Kiss. Very pretty color. They have some really, really nice shades within this range. And yeah, if you're looking for a hardcore lip plumping product from the drugstore, this one is really nice. It's going to give you really pretty opaque color. Now, if you want something sheer that is going to be very plumping, they have the new Bombshell Plumpers. These are the Keep It Full Max Bombshell Plumping Balm. So the texture of these is different. They feel very different on the lips. They come in 3 shades. You have clear, luminoso, and what do we have here? Sparkling pink. So I have almost used up my clear one. I have a backup of it, in fact. These also come in at $11.99. And these are their quote-unquote fire formula. Again, very stingy, very burny. You are going to know these are on your lips. These have been formulated with mango butter, vitamin E, a blend of oils, avocado, jojoba, camellia seed oil to nourish the lips. And they're going to do a little bit more of a nourishing, comforting lip balm treatment while also plumping. So they're more than just a gloss. I like to use these in kind of a lip prep step, like when I'm doing my makeup and stuff. I have one of these on, and yeah, and I'll let them be doing their plumping goodness and their work while I get ready, and then I usually swap over to a different lip. But yeah, they are very nourishing feeling on the lips while being intense, very intense stinging, tingling, which I kind of like. I like it. I'm weird. I enjoy the very tingly, plumping lip products. It does not bother me at all. I like to try different ones to see all the different types that's out there. These are going to be pretty stingy, pretty tingly. They have a really nice kind of fat doe foot in here. The formulation is unique. These feel very different than the glosses. They have a not sticky feel to them. Like they're very not sticky. It's interesting, but they're super thick at the same time. And they're glossy yet balmy. I don't know, they're an odd formula, but they feel very pillowy and comfortable on the lips. I like hyaluronic filling spheres within, capsaicin, and maxi lips. So yeah, you got a lot going on as far as spice goes here in the lip plumping action. These are not for the faint-hearted here, okay? So yeah, also, would you like to have a video where I talk about different lip plumpers? Because we could do that too. I could also do that because I've tried quite a few. That's some of the Milani glosses that I've been trying. I just want to run through them real quick with you and let you know my thoughts. I enjoy all of them for different reasons. If I want something opaque and plumping, I go with the MACs. If I just like a good classic kind of minty gloss that's not really gonna like be uncomfortable or anything, the regular Keep It Full gloss is where it's at. And then lip oil. These lip oils, I love them. And I use the Bombshell daily as more of a lip prep step. But okay, that is all for today's little rapid fire review. I know I'm not very rapid at these, but I had a lot of things I wanted to tell you about and talk about, and I want to make sure to include some more detail and price points of things while we went over them, because I have forgotten to do price points. Anyway, let me know down below if there's anything you want to see me test out. And yeah, let me know all your thoughts. But that is all for today. I will see you guys in the next one.